तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू चलता चल तू बढ़ता
Today, I will talk to you a little about the challenges which India is facing and the probable solutions. Situation for India is pretty grave at the moment. Now, let us talk about the things. Now, some of the crises have been created by the outside world. Some of them have been created by us ourselves. All of them need resolution. Let us understand the major ones. First thing is Corona. I think first time I'm talking about Corona today. Now, please understand, Corona is going to be with us for a long time. What the PM said about it being a 21-day battle has been proved totally wrong long back. The peak is expected to be reached in November. Now, we are not very sure whether this will be correct or not. This is some assessment. Nobody can predict it well. Some hard truths should be known. In No Frills Academy, we are known to understand things in the truthful manner with honesty. Community transmission is actually very much on. Government can keep hiding, but we know the truth. The official figures, which I really follow, may be not more than 1/5 of what the actual figures are. A time will come that almost 50 to 60% of us will get infected. We should observe precautions and make efforts to improve our immunity. That is what is in our hands. Let's do that. We should guard our elders. The healthcare machinery will not be able to cope with the patients India is going to have. We should be prepared for this future. Life must go on. We must not be scared but continue to live with caution. Lockdowns are not a solution, and stoppages of activities will not work. We have to get on with our lives. The expected figures by September or something like 20 crore, the people are expected to be infected. Now, there's nothing from the official data. I have given you a link of an interview of The Wire Karan Thapar had done. You can listen to that. I believe in it. China has unilaterally changed the LAC and broken the protocols agreed in 1993, as well as the agreements which are reached on 6 June between the military commanders. The threat posed by China will exist for a considerable amount of time on the LAC. It appears that China intends to nibble away our territory. There is China-Pakistan politico-military collusion. A military action by Pakistan may be supported by China in the future. Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan will probably remain neutral and cannot be expected to help India in any serious manner. The entire neighborhood is in China's debt. No Asian country denounced the Chinese LAC violation and the brutal actions it took on the LAC. We cannot expect any help from them. US doesn't appear to be a reliable ally in case of a war that we may have with China-Pakistan. This is something we have to change over a period of time. One thing interesting is that we should realize that Cold Wars don't get announced. Cold War has already begun. We do not have much to do as far as our choice of picking sides is concerned. China has taken such actions that it has forced us to go into the side of the US. And we have to do that. The economy is in shambles and needs urgent revival. The government seems to be hoping that things will become okay by themselves without taking any proactive action. This is not going to work. The threat is quite imminent, and we have to urgently increase our defense preparedness, and defense expenditure will have to go beyond what was planned. That probably the government will also do in the current financial year also. Modi's divisive politics may be okay for his sustenance in power, but is bad for India. To face the threats which are posed, India needs to be united, which we do not appear to be at the moment. The first thing we have to do is stop this divisive agenda. The government needs to cancel the CAA and terminate all these cooked up charges against people who speak against the government. Government and government bhakts should get used to listening to opposing voices. This is the essence of democracy. If we continue the way we are going, then our future will be worse than Pakistan. We will not need an external enemy to defeat us. We will implode. We are heading towards that. Economy. India has to make genuine and sensible plans to increase the demand and improve the GDP by listening to sensible economists. We need to increase our defense expenditure and make up all shortfalls in weapons and equipment. We have to be ready for a defensive war with China, Pakistan. We can fight our defensive battle well against the twin enemy. We remember that we had won the Kargil war. Very few would have told you, I don't know if anybody told you, it was a stupidly fought war. It was won by the sheer bravery of junior leaders and very little competence at anything above the battalion level. We cannot afford a similar war with China. In fact, we cannot afford to have a similar war ever in the future. I am totally against it. We also cannot afford to guard the LAC like the LOC against Pakistan, because we cannot afford to have heavy deployment along almost 3,500 kilometers of LAC. It will be far too expensive in terms of deployment and logistics costs. We need to end this unlawful UAPA and release all political prisoners, which despite the corona threat, India is seeming to be very eager to put people behind the bars. We need to open up all communication services in J&K. We have seen this abrogation of Article 370 and all this termination of all these services of communication and all that. How much bad it has done to tourism, to the development of J&K Ladakh, their economy, education, everything has come to a standstill. They have to move on. Coming on to diplomacy, we need to resolve the issue with Nepal and advise incompetent people like Yogi not to speak on foreign policy matters. You can hear this, what he had to say. We should stop wasting precious money on things like Howdy Modi, Namaste Trump, and expensive hosting of Z twice. Personal publicity is not a substitute for sensible diplomacy. The normal people should stop talking about boycott China. We will suffer more than China. We should get the trade deal signed with the US at the earliest and try to resolve the visa issue as well. These are some of the short-term solutions for about 1 to 2 years. Let us talk about a little longer perspective of 10 years. India better develop a Israel-like mentality. This is what is needed to counter the China-Pakistan threat. Nothing less is going to work. We have to get into an anti-China alliance with Asian powers as well as US, and in due course get out of this Shanghai Cooperation, BRICS and all groupings involving China. China is vulnerable in the Xinjiang region. It's a vast area, and also along their economic corridor which they are building with Pakistan. It's a largish area. We should start thinking of doing to China what Pakistan has been doing to us in Kashmir for long. It's better to pay back China in this coin. 1,000 cuts make much better sense than one attack across somewhere in Galwan or something. It will be very, very costly. We should get our economy to double-digit growth and bring down the trade with China to not more than 3 to 5%. We should improve our defense preparedness to fight a good defensive battle with China and be in a position to undertake limited offensive actions against Pakistan. These are the solutions I feel we have.